both an honor and a privilege to stand before you all today as we remember and celebrate one of the greatest and most influential individuals of my life, Uncle Billy, or as my boys would say, Uncle Chocolate. These are far from normal times, but in many respects, it kind of feels right that we find ourselves back here in Hingham, where so much of the foundation was laid for Uncle Billy's incredibly successful and accomplished life. From the pitcher's mound to the ice hockey rink and eventually the world of finance, Uncle Billy's strong will, determination, and relentless effort were always a source of inspiration for me. Without question, family and faith were his main passions in life, along with homemade butter crunch and Loose Tracks ice cream, of course. He worked tirelessly to provide for his family and loved ones, and was so proud to see the success and happiness of Kristen, Teresa, and Billy had found in their respective lives. He loved his wife Janie more than life itself. She was the driving force behind his every success, and he would be the first one to tell you that. It's difficult for me to even begin to imagine where my mom and I would be in life today without Uncle Billy in our lives. I'm forever grateful for the endless wisdom, advice, love, support, and encouragement he bestowed upon me as if I were his son. I'm gonna miss our grill-side conversations on the Cape, where Uncle Billy was notorious for checking with Janie to see how many more minutes until he flipped his ever-so-tasty burgers. No one could butter up a hot dog roll like Uncle Chocolate. I'm gonna miss watching his methodical, surgeon-like precision with the carving of the turkey on Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm gonna miss the life lessons he shared with me on the golf course, and was so much looking forward to playing around with him and my dad this year to celebrate their 70th birthdays. For Christmas one year, Uncle Billy gifted me the book, Mission Success, written by Og Mandino, one of his favorite inspirational authors, who taught the world the importance of having good habits as preparation for success, and drew many of his inspirations from the Bible. In the book, he inscribed the following: Brian, I hope you enjoyed this book as much as I did. Og Mandino's stories have been with me over 25 years. Merry Christmas. I love you, Uncle Bill. I'd like to share one of Og's quotes with you all. Count your blessings. Once you realize how valuable you are and how much you have going for you, the smiles will return, the sun will break out, the music will play, and you will finally be able to move forward the life that God intended for you with grace, strength, courage, and confidence. As much as we all will miss him, his spirit will forever live on in all of us who are fortunate to have known and loved him. He truly was one of the great ones. Rest in peace, Uncle Billy. I love you.
Friends and family in attendance and streaming from home, thank you for being here today to honor a beautiful man, our dad. He was humble, loving, selfless person who always put others before himself. He loved to laugh, he could tease and needle, but never out of malice. He lived for his family and his faith was the central core of his being. Daddy was truly one in a million. He loved and trusted with his whole heart. He always made you feel like you could do anything, as long as you put your mind to it. And most importantly, he always believed in you. Daddy would always say, "Don't give up and stay focused." I feel he used those phrases with me the most. Above all, Daddy made you feel like you could do anything. All you had to do was follow your passion. He taught his kids what it means to be a wonderful parent and papa. He was firm in his principles and supported as we began to seek our own ways. He encouraged and comforted, but never scared. We tested his patience. Well, I know I did. But he also responded with a great gift of unconditional love. As you all know, Daddy grew up with his 3 beautiful sisters, Denise, Lisa, and Marion. He shared a room with his younger sister, Marion. They would often roll up their socks, play basketball with a lampshade turned over. At night, Marion would say, "Billy, I'm scared of those lights on the wall." "Don't worry, Marion, those are just ghosts coming into our room," with a side chuckle. "I'm busting your chops," as that's what Daddy would do. Bust your chops, laugh, and place his hand on your arm. That was Daddy's way of showing his true admiration and love for you. As you know, Daddy liked creating nicknames for people. For those listening today, here are a few. Mista Mista, the knife, Slappa Me Slappa, good boy, beach, love you darling. And most important, more. More means I love you more than anything. Finally, every day of his 47 years of marriage, he taught us what it means to be a wonderful spouse. Well, not me, but he married his best friend, his Moore. He adored her, and he always said, "God might have taken my mom at an early age, but he blessed me with a beautiful wife." The relationship is a true love story. 2 drifters off to see the world, and that's exactly what they did. Mom and Dad packed up their gray Buick Skylark and started the journey, and the rest is history.
Stay focused, do great things, finish strong. Phrases that we heard daily while growing up. Our dad's life mantra, so to speak. And as we have grown, we learned that these words were not just about school, job, sports, or other tasks in life. It extended to everything that we did. Basically, he was saying, show up for life, and for everyone and everything in it. Dad lived by these words. He had a true joy and excitement for life. As Teresa said, if you were excited about something, then he was excited. He was your biggest champion, cheerleader, and advocate. If in a crowd, such as our baseball games or tennis matches, he would always place himself where you could see him, with his thumbs up, and as Billy said, his staring glance at you to make sure you were doing your best. Dad would sit and chat with our friends for hours. The constant thing we have heard from all of them when they learned of Dad's passing was his excitement and energy for life, for our lives, was so amazing. His true interest in it, and it will be so missed. As you've heard this morning, nothing brought Dad more joy or excitement than the people in his life, his family and his friends. He truly lived his life to make sure that everyone around him was okay, up until the final moments of his life. The nurses in the hospital knew all about us when Mom and Teresa arrived at the hospital because of the stories that Dad had shared with them. Even in his time of direct distress, the love and adoration for his family was at the forefront of his thoughts. Dad, you did amazing things, and you finished strong. And now we all want to leave you with the last words he said to us as a family. In his final moments of wakefulness, it would have been his final words to all of them. Take care of each other. I love you.